Their behavior has nothing to do with you. It's interesting. People are irritable, cruel, or rude, and it has everything to do with how they were raised and the treatment that they got as children. It has everything to do with what's going on in their life. Right now, it has everything to do with how they slept last night. It has almost nothing to do with you. So, welcome in, fam. Much love, Trav here. And this is going to help you a lot in your social relationships. This is something that I've learned. Listen to those birds. Got the trees right outside my space. Really love my spot right now. Okay, fam, much love. Trav here. This is going to help your relationships a lot. It's helped my relationships a lot. All kind of relationships. People you work with, people you live with, people you partner with, people in your circle, people you come across. It's fascinating. I used to be like the average person, and I'm still a work in progress. Obviously, I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect, but I used to be like a leaf in the wind. Maybe you can relate to this of if somebody's mad at me, I get mad right back. If somebody's cruel to me, I say, hey, what's wrong with me? And this is what I've come to realize is don't take it personally because it don't have shit to do with you. I mean, let me just fire some examples. My teammate and friend, Matt, comes in to work yesterday, Monday morning, and he's just in a real shitty mood, and he's being rude, and he's mad. And, like 2 years ago, I might have been like gotten in an argument with him, but then like later, normally we go out for Jamba Juice during lunch. He's like, I'm just gonna lay down, dude. I was in Maui. My flight was delayed. I got back at 1 a.m. I had to wake up at 3 a.m. and take care of something. I got like 2 hours of sleep last night. It's like, that's usually what's going on. We think like, why is this person so mad? Or like, why is this person being so difficult? They didn't sleep well last night. Like it's as simple as that, right? It has nothing to do with you. You shouldn't be mad about it, right? They didn't sleep well. They drank too much. They did something that has nothing to do with you. Their bank account balance bottomed out. There's something on their mind. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with how they're raised. This is something that I've been learning too, which is really interesting. Why are they sort of cruel to you when you're so warm and nice to them? Because their mom was cruel to them or their stepmom was cruel to them. It's a whole nother discussion of why people are, bad parents at times. But it's interesting, some of us, when we're young, we get lucky and our parents give us unconditional love and they're warm and they give us encouragement and they say, hey, you can be anything you want to be and I support you. And we grow up and, I've very much fallen to that camp and I'm thankful for my parents. They weren't perfect, but for the most part, it's like, I love, like, that's where the inspiration and motivation comes from and consistency. But here's the thing is people grow up in a situation where their parents are cruel to them and not supportive, cast them out, and verbally abusive or other. And what happens when they grow older, or when you grow older from that situation, is it's what you're used to, and what you're used to is what you're comfortable with, and what you're comfortable with is what's normal, and what's normal is what you seek out. So you seek out relationships where you snip at each other, where you're rude to each other, where you're cruel to each other. If you grew up with drama, you seek out drama. If you grew up with arguments, you seek arguments. And if you grew up in the darkness, when you're exposed to the light, it hurts your eyes. It's annoying to you. It's like all this positivity, this motivation is annoying. Like, yeah, the self-development is annoying. I don't like it. It bothers me. Um, it's it makes me mad, right? I don't want to get like loving messages and kind words and so on. It's fucking irritating. Like um so you maybe you're in the situation like I'm so kind to this person, I give so much love, I give so much affection, and they're just cruel bitch back to me. Why? And you're like, well, what's wrong with me? Well, it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with what happened to them in the first 5 years of their life, right? And because of that, you don't need to react and be like, I feel bad, or I feel ashamed, or I feel mad, or it's like, I feel compassion. You got to feel compassion. It's like, if someone is cruel, or someone is mean, or someone is irritable, or someone is mad, you should feel compassion for them because it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with what they've gone through and what they're going through, and you can help them, but you can't expect to change them necessarily. It is what it is. People are who they are, um, and it's pretty interesting stuff. And that's something that I've learned is like for me personally, I know my shit is repetitive. I call it consistent, but yeah, when people are like, Trav's so annoying, it's like, why do you find me annoying? Well, you don't like the positive message because that's not what you grew up with. It's irritating to you, and it doesn't bother me. It makes me sad for you, and I feel compassion for you, right? So that makes life a lot easier because before you do this, before you take thing when you're taking things personally, you get emotional and have negative emotions really easily and are bothered really easily. But once you stop taking things personally and you have a lot more, you're a lot more relaxed. It's a lot less stress, a lot less anxiety. You're a lot more sure of yourself, and you have a lot more compassion and love to give for the people who really need it. So I hope you find that helpful. I hope that helps your personal relationships. You can share down below, what's an example of someone who was just being a fucking bitch or being an asshole, and then you realized, thinking about it now or thinking about later, like, well, they just didn't sleep, or they didn't, they were mistreated or something that has absolutely nothing to do with you, and therefore you shouldn't be bothered, and you should feel love and compassion for them. You can share that down below. Those of you who want help, those of you who want to work with me, I got a link down below if you want to ask me advice or you want to get my free books. I'm happy to share. So thank you and appreciate you, and I will talk to you soon. So much love. Peace.